This video is to help you with number 7 on CR Helper number 25. It's very similar to the number 7 on your CR, but with some different numbers. It says John looks back on his reading log and realizes he read 2 hours a day, 4 days a week for the last 3 weeks. In that time, he was able to read 960 pages. How many pages did he read per hour? All right. First thing we have to know is how many hours he read, because if we know he read 960 pages and he wants to know how many pages did he read per hour, the first question that comes to my mind is how many hours did he read? How many hours are we actually talking about? Well, he read 2 hours a day, 4 days a week for the last 3 weeks. So 2 hours a day, 4 days a week. For 3 whole weeks, okay? Let's see. We could first just think through it and say 2 hours a day, 4 days. So 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. 2 times 4 gets us to 8. So each week he's reading 8 hours, and he does that for 3 weeks. So then you have 8, 8, 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So what you would do is how many hours per day times how many days per week times how many weeks. So that's how many hours every day times the 4 days he's reading per week times the 3 weeks he reads. 2 times 4 is 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. So he must have read a total of 24 hours. He read 960 pages in those 24 hours. A lot of you like your upside down carrot. There's lots of ways to go about this. But we could be comparing pages to hours. So we have pages to hours equals pages to hours. And we need to think about 960 pages read in how many hours? 960 pages were read in 24 hours. So he read 960 pages in 24 hours. I'm wondering how many pages did he read per hour? Well, what does per hour mean? Per hour means how many pages did he read in 1 hour, in just 1 hour. So that's the question. How many pages did he read in just 1 hour? So I look at the information I know about. Oh, I know about the hours. Well, how do I get from 24 to 1? 24 divided by 24 is 1. Therefore, what would I do with the 960 to figure out my number of pages? Oh, I take my 960 and divide by 24, and that will give me how many pages per hour. So I'm going to take 960 divide by 24. Ooh, how many times does 24 go into 96? Well, I'm just going to estimate here. I'm going to say how many times does 2 go into 9? Well, 2 times 4 is 8. That gets us close to 9. So I'm going to guess I need to take 24 times 4 to get me pretty close to 96. Let me see. 20 times 4 would be 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. So I think it's probably pretty close. 4 times 4. So I'm going to do 24 times 4 off to the side if you need to. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8, and 1 more is 9. Oh, yay! 4 times 24 is 96. If I go ahead and subtract off, I'm left with a remainder of 0 there. I need to drag down my next 0. Then I say, okay, how many times does 24 go into 0? Oh, goodness, it goes in 0 times. 0 times 24 is 0, and I'm set with the problem. He must have read 40 pages per hour. And again, you have a different number of pages that were being read, but it's the same process that you'll go through. And there's many ways to go about this problem. I chose to use the upside down carrot. I hope that was helpful.